Dah ada lecture nun I kan?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Okay, so we have two male and female, right? Okay, male and female. So it's quite tight, okay, and packed with all the information. Alright. I hope you can bear with me.
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so these are the learning outcome. Alright. So after this, I believe you will know how to describe, okay, the histological features of both male and female. Alright, yeah, it's quite a few. Alright, for you need to be introduced. Alright, so first we go to male reproductive systems. Alright, so this just a recap for you. Okay, we have the primary reproductive organ is the testis, right? Okay, the testis is produce the sperm. Alright, it produces sperm. Alright, the duct system is by the epididymis and also the ductus deferens, and glands are by the seminal vesicles and also prostate gland. So these are the 5 structures that you need to understand well. Alright, okay, alright. Okay, let's go to the testes first. Alright, so these are just again, okay. Testis is suspended in the scrotum. Alright, so these are the testes, right? Betul tak?
Doctor pointer.
Okay, this one. Alright, these are the testes. Okay, this one is? What is this?
Epididymis.
These are the epididymis. Alright, so
Epididymis.
okay, testes and epididymis is inside the scrotum. Alright, so it is a paired organ. Okay, which produce the male gametes, okay, which are the spermatozoa, and also the male sex hormones. Alright, so these are the testis functions. Okay, so testis got exocrine and endocrine functions. Okay, so for the exocrine is producing the sperm. Alright, for endocrine producing the testosterone. Alright, so these are the function of the testis. Okay, it has both exocrine and endocrine. Okay, so let's look into it. Alright, so testis can be divided into stroma and parenchyma. Alright, stroma and parenchyma. Stroma is the layers. Alright, the layers. Okay, so the outer layers we call as tunica vaginalis. Alright, these are the outer layer. Okay, after the skin. Alright, after the skin we have tunica vaginalis. Then we have the tunica albuginea. Okay, tunica albuginea, which the layering that cover the testis mass. Alright. Then we have the tunica vasculosa. Okay, by the name vasculosa means there are a lot of blood vessels inside there. Okay, they got blood supply from the tunica vasculosa areas. Then we have the septa. Alright, septa is whatever structures that in between the seminiferous tubules. Alright, so these are the septa. Alright, the whitish color, these are the septa. Alright, then the interstitial tissue is tissues macam connective tissue lah. Alright, connective tissue surrounding the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so these are the stroma, layers of the testis. Alright, then the parenchyma, we have the seminiferous tubules and also interstitial cells of Leydig cells. Alright, so Leydig cell ni dia dekat luar. Alright, seminiferous tubules is the tubules lah. Okay.
Leydig.
Alright, so seminiferous tubule dia akan produce the sperm. Alright, okay, from the spermatogonium till the spermatids. Alright, there is the inilah. Nanti kita akan tengok the arrangement. Alright, the Leydig cell is whatever outside. Okay, the outside. This yang akan selalu dia yang akan bagi nutrition. Alright. Banyak lagi function of this Leydig cell kita akan tengok after this. Alright, so these are the tunica vaginalis, albuginea, and septum. And these are the seminiferous tubules. Alright, these are the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so what is tunica vaginalis? Alright. Okay, so these are the tunica vaginalis. Again, it's like there are 2 layers. You have parietal layers and also visceral layers. Okay, so tunica vaginalis is the mesothelial cells. Alright, it's the mesothelial cells. It's make up a peritoneal outpouching, forming a serous cavity that partially surround the anterolateral aspect of the testes. Okay, so only at the anterolateral aspect have tunica vaginalis. Alright. So these are the from the peritoneum itself. Okay, the extension of peritoneum. Okay. Alright, then we have the tunica albuginea. Alright, these are the tunica albuginea. Okay, this tunica albuginea is a dense, irregular, collagenous connective tissue. Okay. And this tunica albuginea, okay, it thickens along the posterior margin of the medium sternum testis here. Alright, so it thickens here. Right, these are the tunica albuginea, right? Okay, these are the tunica albuginea, and it's thickened here. Okay, okay. Then at the tunica albuginea, alright, we have a red testis. Red testis is here. Okay, so red testis is lined by the cuboidal epithelium. Alright, lined by cuboidal epithelium. Nanti kita akan tengok by the histology features. Okay, and the third layers, the stroma layers, are the tunica vasculosa. Okay, these red colors. Alright, these are the tunica vasculosa. So these are the loose vascular connective tissue. Alright, there are a lot of blood vessels here. Okay, so this forming the vascular capsules. Alright, dia macam ada banyak jaringan blood vessels. Okay, at this tunica vasculosa. Alright, so these are the first layers. Alright, okay, usually tunica vaginalis. Alright, tunica vaginalis usually been removed bila kita buat sample preparations. Alright, so usually kita akan dapat tunica albuginea lah. Okay, if you are lucky enough, you can get the tunica vaginalis only the visceral layers only. Alright, only the visceral layers. Okay, so these are the tunica albuginea, and these are the tunica vasculosa. Alright, the tunica vasculosa. Alright, these are the tunica vasculosa. And these are all the parenchyma. These are the seminiferous tubules, and here, alright, we have the Leydig cell, the interstitial cells. Alright, so these are the seminiferous tubules, and outside the seminiferous tubule we have the interstitial cells. Okay, alright. So again, another pictures. These are the tunica albuginea. It's a dense, irregular connective tissue. Alright, dense, irregular connective tissue. Okay. So these are the mesothelium. Mesothelium is what? Tunica vaginalis. Alright, tunica vaginalis, mesothelium. So it's a simple squamous epithelium. Alright. Kalau you nampak like this lah. Alright, you nampak kan banyak dot nucleus here. Alright, so these are the mesothelium. So it's a very thin layers. Sama juga, you all dah belajar urinary system, right? The Bowman's membrane. Alright, it's a very thin layers of visceral and parietal layers. Okay. So mesothelium is simple squamous. Tunica albuginea is dense, irregular connective tissue. Okay. So for tunica vasculosa is a loose vascular connective tissue. There are a lot of blood vessels there. Alright. Okay. Then the fourth item of stroma. Okay. So the septa. Right. These are the septa. Okay. These are the septa. Septa is a dense, irregular, collagenous connective tissue. Okay. So this septa is a connective tissue partition. Okay, which this divide these testes into a compartment. Okay, the compartment. Alright. Okay, so nanti you akan nampak. Okay, these are one compartment. These are one compartment, one compartment. So these are the collection of seminiferous tubules. Okay, dia satu kumpulan. Alright. So and these septa, alright, these septa they akan radiate from the medial sternum testis. Okay, so these are the medial sternum testis, alright, and it's radiate like that. Okay, it's radiate to the lateral to the periphery. Okay, from here. Okay, see here are the medial sternum testis. Alright. Alright, so the interstitial tissue, alright, the interstitial tissue. Okay, these are the loose vascular connective tissue between the seminiferous tubules. Alright, we have a loose vascular connective tissue and also Leydig cells. Alright, Okay, so these are the medium sternum testes. Alright, medium sternum testes. So these are the rib testes. Alright, so these are all the septa. Okay, the septa. Okay, which these will divide these seminiferous tubules into the testes into a compartment. Alright. Okay. Boleh ni this one? Alright. So these are the testes. Okay, and this one are the epididymis. Alright. They look alike. Okay, the structure is look alike, but when you zoom into it, alright, you can see the difference between seminiferous tubules and also epididymis. Alright. Alright, so these are the seminiferous tubules. Alright, these are all the seminiferous tubules. Alright, so these are all the septa. Okay, the septa. Okay, and in between here we have the interstitial tissue, the Leydig cells. Alright. Okay, nanti kita akan tengok lagi.
Mana ni?
Alright, so kita tengok appendix testis. Alright. So these are some clinical significance, clinical importance. Alright. So in some male, alright, they have this appendix testis. So these are the testis, right? Alright. So these are the testicular appendages, the testicular appendix. Okay, which these are the remnant. Okay, the remnant of Mullerian duct. Alright. So later nanti kita akan tengok what is Mullerian duct. Okay, so in some male, this Mullerian duct remnant are persist. Okay, in some condition it can this remnant boleh twist. Okay, bila benda ni twist, dia akan rasa senak lah. Alright, dia akan rasa senak. So usually this occur in male yang baru nak start membesar. Okay, in younger male. Alright. So this condition is not a treated. Okay, but it can cause painful conditions. Okay. Alright, so these are the normal testes. Okay, these are the testes yang dah dia punya appendages been twisted. Alright, they've been twisted. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that is stroma. Alright. Then we have the parenchyma, the mass of the testis itself. Okay. So these parenchyma, which are the contain the basic functional cellular tissue. Okay. So which we have the seminiferous tubules and also the Leydig cells. Seminiferous tubule is the exocrine part. Okay, which producing the spermatozoa. Okay, the endocrine part is by the Leydig cells. Okay, this producing the testosterone. Okay, from the cartoons here, so these are the seminiferous tubules. Alright, can you appreciate this? These are the seminiferous tubules, right? Okay, so in between the seminiferous tubules here are the Leydig cells. Alright, the Leydig cells. Alright, so these seminiferous tubules, alright, it composed of the thick seminiferous epithelium. Okay, it is a stratified epithelium. Stratified means multiple layer, not simple. Alright, remember, it's a stratified thick epithelium. Alright, so in seminiferous tubule we call as seminiferous epithelium. Alright, is the name. Okay, kalau macam dalam urinary bladders, you call as what? Transitional epithelium, right? The other name are urothelium. Alright. Kalau dekat dalam seminiferous tubule, we call as seminiferous epithelium. Alright. So there are the multiple layers. Alright. So in these multiple layers of epithelium, okay, we have the Sertoli cells and also spermatogenic cells. Alright. Okay, so these seminiferous tubules, okay, they're surrounded by the thin connective tissues, alright, the tunica propria, which we call as basement membrane. Okay. Alright, so these are much more clearer pictures. Okay, so these are the basement membrane. Okay, the basement membrane. Alright, and these are the seminiferous epithelium. Alright. So in this seminiferous epithelium, we have the Sertoli cells. Alright. and also the spermatogenic cell from spermatogonia. Okay, spermatogonia will reside on the basement membrane. Alright, then toward the lumen, okay, from the primary spermatocyte to secondary spermatocyte to the spermatids. Okay, alright, so spermatids is toward the lumens lah. Alright, towards the lumen. Okay, and this one, okay, outside the seminiferous tubules. Alright, so these are the interstitial cells, the Leydig cells. Alright, so this cell producing what?
Testosterone.
Testosterone. Alright, so Leydig cell producing testosterone. Okay. Alright, so Sertoli cells. Alright, so these are the Sertoli cells. Boleh nampak tak? Okay. What can you see? What can you apa yang you boleh nampak? This Sertoli cell compared to the rest of the cells. Apa dia? Pale. Alright. Okay, so dia punya nucleus are pale. Alright, so the nucleus are pale but the nucleolus are prominent. Alright, you nampak kan ada dot here? Okay, the dot here. Alright, these are the nucleolus. The nucleolus are prominent but the nucleus itself are pale. Alright, so actually Sertoli cell is a big cell. Alright, it's a very big cell. Okay, and the shape are irregular. Alright, so this Sertoli cell actually is sit on the basement membrane. Okay, dia bukan duduk macam ni. Okay, you jangan bayang dia punya the periphery of the Sertoli cells. Okay, macam ni je. Okay, actually it's from the basement membrane. Alright, it touch the basement membrane toward the lumen. That is the size of the Sertoli cells. Alright, okay, these are the height lah. Actually the height of Sertoli cell. But you see here, this only the nucleus. Okay, the nucleus. Alright, you can see the nucleus. Okay, so it rests on the basement membrane and the apical extend in the radial direction, reach the lumen. Okay, so the cytoplasm is pale and poorly defined. Can you see the cytoplasm? No, right? So you just can observe the nucleus and the nucleolus. Alright, so these are the features of the Sertoli cell that I need you to memory. Kena ingat betul-betul. Alright. Alright, so let's see what is the function of Sertoli cell. These big brothers. Alright, the Sertoli cell is very important to the seminiferous tubules, to the spermatogenic cell itself, because first it gives the support and nutrition to this cell, the spermatogenic cells. Alright, dia macam the babysitter cell. Alright, dia give the support and nutrition to the spermatogenic cells. Alright. Okay, and also it acts as a phagocytosis. Okay, it acts as a phagocytosis, so any remnant of dead cells, anything, alright, so dia akan phagocyte, dia akan engulf, alright. Then it also have a function to secrete the testicular fluid, okay, secreting the androgen binding protein and also inhibit hormone, alright. So it have a secretion functions. And it also have a function of the blood testis barriers. Alright. Okay, you can see here, these are the Sertoli cells, right? Okay, these are the Sertoli cells. So it sit, okay, on the basement membrane. Okay, it sit on the basement membrane. Okay, so these Sertoli cells make up the blood testis barrier. Okay, blood testis barrier. Okay, in case, alright, in case you injecting something, okay, drugs or any colored fluid, alright, you can see that it can't penetrate into the lumen, to the lumen of the apa nama dia? Seminiferous tubule. Sorry, my mind very cloudy. Alright, alright, okay. So dia act as a blood testis barrier. Sama juga, you all dah belajar pasal blood-brain barrier? Dah kan? Dah pernah belajar juga kan? Alright, it's dia function like blood-brain barriers. Okay, it give a barriers. Okay, you can see here the cells. Okay, these are the spermatogenic cells, right? Okay, so dia duduk macam flat lah. Okay, in flat. Alright, in flat of the Sertoli cells. Okay, and this spermatid is embedded to the Sertoli cells. Okay, because Sertoli cell give the nutrition. Alright. Okay, boleh Okay, so these are another figures. Alright, so these are the Sertoli cells. Okay, the Sertoli cells. These are the basement membrane. These are the spermatogonium. Alright, spermatogonium have two types, type A and type B. Okay, for type B they akan proceed to become primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, and also spermatids. Okay, these are spermatids and these are the spermatozoa. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. So spermatogenic cell. Okay. Kita Sertoli cell boleh. Alright. So spermatogenic cells. Alright. So it is a series of cells in the seminiferous tubule. Okay. A series of cells. Okay. Extending from the basement membrane to the lumen. Alright. Okay. There are 4 to 8 layers. Okay. First we have the spermatogonium, which are these the cells, okay, the parent cells, okay, the parent cells, alright. Then we have the primary spermatocytes, okay, these are the largest germ cells, okay, with first meiotic divisions. Then we have the secondary spermatocyte, okay. Then we have the spermatids. So spermatid is a cell with small nuclei. Okay, small and dark nuclei. Alright. Then spermatozoa is the sperm head, which dia dah ada tail. Alright, the tail are projecting into the lumen. Okay, kalau you tengok dia akan macam brush borders lah. Okay, dia macam ada macrovilla macam tu. That is the tail of spermatozoa. Alright. Okay, you can see here these are the spermatids here. Sorry, spermatozoa. Okay, these are the head and these are the tail. Alright. Okay, so these are the spermatids. Okay, it have a small and dark nuclei. Alright. Okay, and these are the basement membrane. These are the spermatogonia. Okay, spermatogonia sits on the basement membrane. Then we have the primary and secondary spermatocyte. Okay, primary spermatocyte and the secondary spermatocyte, the spermatids. Okay. So usually this can be asked in your OSPI. Okay, it's a favorite question to ask. Okay, so I will give these pictures as an example. Then I'm asking you to label it. Alright. So probably I will ask the functions. Alright. What are the characteristics? Okay, the characteristic of Leydig cells. Okay, the characteristic of the Sertoli cells. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright, so these are the Leydig cells. Okay, Leydig cells, alright. So these are the Leydig cells. So it is a group of cells, okay, a group of polyclonal cells, okay. Okay, dia memang duduk dalam kumpulan. Dia bukan single cells, okay, dia in a group, okay. So the nucleus are centrals and ovoid, okay, and usually it have a distinct nucleolus, okay. And the cytoplasm is eosinophilic and it have a rich lipid droplets. Alright. So it lies in between the seminiferous tubules, and it's only appear after puberty. Okay. Masa dia kanak-kanak, male, masa dia kanak-kanak dia tak ada Leydig cells. Okay. Once it reach this puberty, okay, baru these Leydig cells appear. Alright. Sebab dia yang akan produce the testosterone. Okay. Alright, these are the Leydig cells. Alright. So these are the cartoon of the Leydig cells. Okay, these are the Leydig cells. Okay, these are the Sertoli cells. Alright. These are the spermatogenic cells. Okay, the spermatogonium, primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatids, and spermatozoa. Alright. Okay, clear? Testis? Alright. Alright, so let's go to the epididymis. Alright, so epididymis, they sit on top of the testes. These are the epididymis. Alright. So it have three parts. Okay, first part are the head. All right, the head of epididymis. Then we have the body and the tail. All right. So head, body, and tail. Okay. So this epididymis is continuous with this ductus deferens. Okay, continuous with the ductus deferens. Okay. So this epididymis is lined by the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Alright, and it has stereocilia as a surface modification. Alright. Okay, so what is the function of this stereocilia? Alright, it helps to increase the surface areas. Okay, and it also can absorb back the old sperms. Alright, so the old sperm will be absorbed back. Alright, and it just leaves the new sperm. Okay, the healthy sperm. Alright. Okay. So the epididymis is lined by pseudo-stratified columna with stereocilia. Okay, it contains basal lamina and also loose connective tissues. Alright. So the function of epididymis itself is where to the location for sperm to mature. Alright. So testis producing the sperm. Alright, the spermatids. Okay, they produce the sperm, but it only mature in the epididymis. Alright, it mature in epididymis and it acts as a storage place, a storage condition. Okay, tempat penyimpanan. Alright, before it educated to the ductus deferens. Alright, so the mucosa. Alright, it has mucosa and muscularis mucosa. Okay. So the mucosa, we have the epithelium, again pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium with stereocilia. Okay, so this epithelium, it has two types. There are the principal cells, okay, the principal cells and also the basal cell. Alright, there are the two types of cells. Okay, kalau basal cell, as usual, is a stem cell. Okay, they akan replace the old cell. Okay, it's a replacing. Alright. And for the principal cells, it is a tall columnar epithelium. Okay, dia adalah tall columnar epithelium reaching the lumen. Alright, and it have a very pale, irregular, and basally located nuclei. Alright, so the function to absorb back the luminal fluid. Okay, and also produce phosphocholine. Alright, so these are the secretion of the principal cells. Alright, so the muscularis mucosa, the part of the muscularis mucosa, okay, is contained by the smooth muscle cell. Alright, smooth muscle cell surrounding the epididymis. Alright, which these will increase in thickness toward the tail. Okay, maksudnya dekat head dia punya smooth muscle thin, but dekat tail is much more thicker. Alright. Alright, so these are the epididymis. Alright, these are the epididymis, and these are the spermatozoa inside the epididymis. Alright, you can see here these are the stereocilia. Alright, the stereocilia. These are all the principal cells. Okay, and dekat bawah ni semua adalah basal cell. Alright, so pseudo-stratified. Okay, remember pseudo-stratified punya dia punya meaning. Okay, semua sel duduk di basement membrane yang sama, but not everyone reach the lumen. Ingat lagi tak? Okay, that is the the maksud of pseudo-stratified. Alright, everyone is on the same basal membrane, but not everyone reach the top. Okay, kita bermula di tempat yang sama, tak semua orang sampai ke atas. Okay.
Oh shit.
Galau rasa dia. Alright.
Wow. Patut.
Okay.
Patutlah.
Alright, so these are the epididymis. Alright, and these are the efferent ductals. Okay, so these are two structures yang look alike. Alright, these are not very important for you, but just to for you, or for good to know. Alright, nice to know. Sorry. So these are the epididymis. Alright, so these are the efferent ductals. Alright, so what are the very prominent characteristics, alright. In efferent ductals, kita tak akan jumpa kita tak akan nampak this sperm. Okay, kita tak akan nampak sperm dekat dalam ni. Alright, only in the epididymis kita akan nampak the sperm. Alright, sebab dia as a storage areas. Okay. Sebab dia nanti kalau bawah mikroskop dia lebih kurang je nanti nampak dia.
Storage epididymis.
Only bila you tengok higher mag, bila you nampak dia punya the epithelium besar, baru you akan rasa boleh ni lah. Untuk dalam masa yang cepat, okay. So untuk mengenal pasti, alright, these are the inilah some structures, okay. Dalam epididymis dia ada sperm, okay, sperm ada. Alright, so ductus deferens, okay, ductus deferens or vas deferens, okay. So these are the tract yang akan propel akan ejaculate the sperm, alright, to the urethra. Okay, so these are the muscular tube. Okay, so the lumen itself dia dah bentuk star. Okay, it's bentuk stylet shapes. Alright, star here. Okay, so this is a muscular tube which convey the spermatozoa from epididymis to the ejaculatory ducts. Okay, so the wall are thicker. Okay, and the lumens are narrow and stylet. Okay, dia ada macam star shapes. Alright, macam star shape. Okay, sama macam dengan kita punya ureter, right? Ureter pun kan star shape, right? Okay. Sebab dia thick. Dia punya muscular tu thick. Okay, muscular thick sebab tu dia ada star shape. Okay. So dia punya mucosa is thrown into folds. Okay, dia folding. Sebab tu kita ada star shapes, alright? So these are the vas deferens, okay, in lower magnification. In higher mag here, alright, so you can see the epithelium are pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, alright. So also it have a principal cell and the basal cells, okay. Okay, pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, the mucosa, okay, and it have a lamina propria, okay. Then the submucosa, it have a vessels, okay, blood vessels, alright. Then these are the muscularis externa, okay. It's a thick layer of smooth muscle. So there are 3 layers, okay, inner longitudinal, middle circular and outer longitudinal. So this muscle layers is, okay, dia punya function to prevent kinking of the vas, okay, the vas deferens. Okay. So dia panjang kan, okay, dia daripada the epididymis, okay, toward the ejaculatory ducts, alright. So they need this
kena ambil satu macam
right?
okay.
So the adventitia is connective tissue. Okay, adventitia connective tissue. Then we go to the seminal vesicles. Alright. So tadi ni adalah ductus deferens. Alright, these are the ductus deferens. Okay, so usually these are how the anatomical positions of the ductus deferens, seminal vesicle, and these are the prostate gland. Alright, ductus deferens, seminal vesicle, prostate gland. Alright, so both ductus deferens and seminal vesicle will pierce the prostate gland. Alright, so these are the seminal vesicles. So they are the dual packed gland. Alright, so they're located at the base of the urinary bladders. Okay, adjacent to the posterior wall of the prostate gland. So in this seminal vesicle, they can secrete this alkaline fluid. Okay, the alkaline fluid, the viscous alkaline fluid, which this contain nutrition for the sperm. Okay, nutrition for the sperm. So they akan prepare the sperm untuk ni lah, very high energy, okay, nutrition. So dia untuk ni lah function sperm untuk berjumpa dengan ovum, right? Okay, so it have very long journey. Okay, so they need a very high nutrition. Okay. So these seminal vesicles, okay, they akan join the ampulla with the ductus deferens just above the prostate gland. And this seminal vesicle is a exocrine gland because it produces the seminal fluid. Okay. So these are the histological features of seminal vesicles. Okay. So these are the characteristics of the mucosa of seminal vesicles. Okay, dia banyak. Okay, kalau you remember GIT system, kita punya appendix, right? Appendix pun lebih kurang macam ni kan? Okay, dia punya epithelium dia tu sangat serabut. Okay, alright. Dia folded and convoluted. Okay, and it have an irregular lumen. Seminal vesicle have irregular lumen. And there are no spermatozoa inside the seminal vesicle. Alright. Okay, the epithelium is pseudostratified columnar with short basal cell and low columnar cells. Right. Okay, the cytoplasm is filled and contains secretory granules. And these are the muscularis mucosa. Okay, they are the two layers, inner circular and outer longitudinal. And dia punya adventitia is numerous elastic fibers. Okay, so seminal vesicle itself actually is a very fragile tissue. Okay, if you squish it, dia akan burst. Alright, dia punya secretion is very milky, whitish colors. Alright. Alright, so these are the seminal vesicles. Okay, the seminal vesicle punya cross sections. Okay, alright. So these are the secretions of the seminal fluid. Okay. Okay. So this one, okay, to compact, these are the seminal vesicles. Alright. These are the prostate glands. Alright. So ni pun adalah structure yang look alike, histology yang look alike. Okay. These are the seminal vesicles. These are the prostate glands. Okay. Alright. So, okay, boleh. Okay. Alright, so kita tengok prostate glands. Alright, so these are the prostate glands. It's located below, okay, below the urinary bladders. Alright, and it's surrounding the urethra. Okay, surrounding the urethra. Okay. So this prostate gland, okay, been pierced by the urethra and also ejaculatory ducts. Okay, so these are where the ejaculatory ducts and also urethra pierce the prostate gland. These are urethra at the center. Okay, these are the ejaculatory duct. Alright. Okay. So this prostate gland, okay, it have a very, they are the compound. Okay, they are the compound of tubular alveolar glands. Okay, which it arranged in 3 concentric layers. Okay, dia bulatan. Alright. So from the inner layers, okay, we have the mucosal gland. Okay, the mucosal gland. Alright, so it lies close to the urethra. Okay, then we have the submucosal gland. Okay, and also the external glands. Alright. Okay, so this prostate gland, okay, the prostate gland, dia punya epithelium, okay, dia ada banyak jenis epithelium. Okay, from simple to pseudo stratified. Okay, from simple to pseudo stratified, sometimes columnar, sometimes cuboidal. Okay, dia ada banyak type of epithelium. Okay, dia punya cells are very and irregular. Okay, and the cytoplasm contain numerous secretory granules. Okay, usually dia punya lumen is irregular. Okay, but usually is in a small lumen. Okay, in small lumen. Okay, and frequently inside the lumen. Okay, inside the lumen you can see the prostatic concretion, or known as corpora umbilical, which these can be found in older person. Okay, in younger person you cannot have this prostatic concretion. Okay, prostatic concretion can only be found in older people. Okay, in older people. So this corpora umbilical, the prostatic concretion, the other relation with this benign prostatic hyperplasia. Okay, so dia akan mengganggu the prostate gland punya functions. Okay, which these are the spherical or bodies of Hyalin masses. Okay, Hyalin masses. Okay, so the stroma of the prostate gland, okay, it consists of fibroelastic connective tissue, okay, with numerous strands of smooth muscle fibers. Okay. Alright. So these are the prostate gland. Alright, these are the lumen. You can see it have an irregular lumen. Okay. and these are the concretions inside the prostate gland, which these are not bukanlah kata tak normal, is usually happen in older patient, okay, older people, okay. Okay, so these are just some clinical significance, alright. Usually in male, alright, the prostate can become enlarged, alright. It's a frequent conditions, okay. Dia memang, saya tak tahulah, ini adalah male punya biological system, okay. It's due to the testosterone, the dehydrated testosterone. Okay, once you get older, okay, you punya testosterone akan decrease, right? Okay, so nanti estrogen level akan increase. Which this estrogen, dia boleh tukar jadi dihydrotestosterone. Okay, bila you ada banyak dihydrotestosterone, dia akan cause imbalance, alright, imbalance of dihydrotestosterone and testosterone. Which this akan increase proliferation of cells and reduce the apoptosis of cell. When this proliferation of cell increase, it akan cause this prostate gland become bigger and bigger and bigger. It become hyperplasia. Okay, so this cause prostate gland to enlarge, and this dia akan constrict the urethra. Disebabkan itu, the older male, dia akan susah nak pergi kencing, alright? Ada nocturia, okay, dia ada urgency. These are the due, dia punya sebab, alright. Okay, so we have this McNeil classification, okay. These are been used, alright. So for the central zone, okay, the prostate gland can be divided into zone. These are central zone, the transition zone, and the peripheral zone. Here are the part which doesn't have any gland, okay, dia dah hanya ada stroma, okay, dia hanya ada stroma, AFS, the whitish colors, alright. Okay, so the central zone, the CZ, the purple colors, alright. So it have 25% glandular tissue, okay. Usually these akan surround the ejaculatory duct, okay. Okay, the transition zone, the blue colors, okay, it consists of 5% glandular tissue. Okay, it's located centrally and surrounding the proximal urethra, and these are the area where the cells transform into hyperplasia. Okay, usually dekat situ, dekat transition zone. Okay, so dekat peripheral zone, alright, these are the peripheral zone. Okay, 70% are glandular. Okay, so these are the main body of gland, alright, which these can be felt during rectal examination. Okay, rectal examination, you insert your punya digit dekat dalam rectum, you boleh rasa. That are the area of peripheral zone. Okay, alright. Then these are AFS, are the fibromuscular stroma. These are the anterior part without any glandular tissue. Okay, boleh? Alright. Okay, saya terlupa. Okay, saya terlupa. There are the zone yang prone to cancer. Okay, nanti you all boleh tengok balik lah. Alright, the zone which zone are prone to cancer.
Bukan posterior.
Posterior BPH.
Itu
Okay, dan
middle.
for male and
Itu
female.
middle.
Male.
Carcinoma middle.
Okay, male. Sorry, female. Alright, these are the histology. For female, kita ada ovary, uterine tubes, alright, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Okay. Okay, ovary. Alright. So ovary we call as germinal epithelium. Okay, tadi seminiferous tubule, seminiferous epithelium. Okay. For ovary we call germinal epithelium. Alright. Okay, dia ada single layers, okay, they're laced by the single layer of cuboidal cells, okay, which covering the ovaries, okay, germinal epithelium, right? Alright. Then we have the tunica albuginea, alright, tunica albuginea, covering the ovaries, alright. It is a dense irregular connective tissue, okay. Then we have the cortex of ovary, okay, which you can see all the variety of the germinal cells, okay, the various stage of development. Then the medulla, these are the medulla areas,
Aku macam
okay, which we can find the loose connective tissues and also most of the blood vessels. Alright. Okay, so these are the germinal epithelium. Alright, the germinal epithelium. Okay, these are the tunica albuginea. Alright, and these are the cortex of the ovary. Alright, the cortex of ovary, which we have all these follicles. Okay, so dekat center kita ada medulla. Okay, so in the ovarian follicles, okay, kita ada banyak type of follicles, right? The primordial, the primary, secondary. Okay, so these are the primordial follicles. Okay, the primordial follicles, which consists of primary oocytes here. Okay, primary oocyte, which large vesicular nucleus. Okay, and it is surrounded by simple squamous epithelium. Okay, primordial follicles, they are lined by simple squamous epithelium. Okay, and it is unilaminar, pre-antral and resting follicle condition. Okay, then we have these primary follicles. Okay, primary follicles also unilaminar, pre-antrals. Okay, and dia punya epithelium is cuboidal. Okay, primordial is simple squamous. Okay, primary follicles are cuboidal epithelium. Alright. Okay, so these are the germinal epithelium. Okay, simple squamous epithelium. Alright. So these are the primordial follicles. Okay. Okay, these are the primordial follicles. Okay. The primary follicles is a cuboidal epithelium. Alright. Okay, so secondary follicles. Okay, secondary follicles, it is a multilaminar. Lamina means tadi unilaminar, right? Maksudnya one layer. Simple. Multilaminar is stratified lah. Okay. Okay, it also pre-antral, alright, and dia punya these are the oocyte, right? These are the oocyte, and surrounding the oocyte we have zona pellucida. Okay, so zona pellucida just been dia wujud bila dia dekat dalam secondary follicle. Okay, primary follicle tak ada zona pellucida. Okay, so this zona pellucida, alright, is a glycoprotein layer. Alright. Okay, then the late secondary follicles, these are the late secondary follicles. Okay, so these are the oocyte. Okay, these are the oocyte. The pinkish colors are the zona pellucida. Okay, and these are all the zona cells. Alright, the zona cells. Okay, this is known as zona granulosa. Okay, zona granulosa. Okay, so these are the stratified epithelium of follicular cells. Okay, and dia punya outer layers. Alright, the outer layers we have the theca interna. Okay, boleh tak tadi? Tadi primordial, the simple squamous. Then they grow. Okay, dia jadi primary follicle. Dia ada simple cuboidal. Okay, then they grow jadi secondary follicle. Dia ada zona pellucida and multiple layer of inilah dia punya granular cells. Alright. Dan bila dia jadi late secondary follicles, okay, dia punya granular cells tu makin banyak, makin thicken. And then kita ada theca interna outside of the granulosa cells. And in this late secondary, we start have the antrum. Okay, antrum. Tadi dekat sini, ada antrum tak? Tak ada, right? Okay, at the late secondary follicle, we start to have antrum. Okay, these are the antral cavities. Okay, it consists of clear fluid. Okay, lipofollicular. Then, next stage they become Graafian follicles. Okay, become the Graafian follicles. So these are the structures of Graafian follicles. Okay, these are the oocytes or ovum. Alright, jadi ada zona pellucida surrounding the oocytes, and these are all the granulosa cells. Okay, so then in these graphene follicles, okay, it start to have corona radiata. Okay, corona radiata. Okay, these are all these follicular cells. Tadi dia ada theca interna, in the graphene follicle dia ada theca externa. Okay, dia ada theca externa. Okay, alright. Okay, so these are the cumulus operus. Okay, so the cumulus operus is a thickening of granulosa cells. Okay, then we have this corpus luteum. Okay, once this ovum, the oocyte been released, right? So nanti dia punya sarung, the follicular cells tu, dia akan jadi corpus luteum. Alright. This corpus luteum is the remnant of the graphene follicles without the oocytes. Okay. So dia akan jadi folded like this. Okay. Alright. Dia akan folded, nanti dia akan jadi corpus hemorrhagicum. Okay, corpus hemorrhagicum. Okay. So the clot will be removed by the phagocytosis, which high level of LH will convert the corpus hemorrhagicum to corpus luteum. Okay, which this corpus luteum will become the temporary endocrine gland. Alright. Okay. Alright. So nanti if ada fertilization occur, okay, so corpus luteum dia akan stay lah. Okay, before placenta will develop. Alright. Okay. So tapi if tak ada fertilization, this corpus luteum akan hilang, okay, degenerate. Okay, so bila dia degenerate, dia akan jadi corpus albicans. Okay, so these are the we call as ovarian scars. Okay, dia akan degenerate. Okay, so from corpus, okay, corpus hemorrhagicum, okay, once the oocyte been released, okay, dia jadi corpus hemorrhagicum, then dia jadi corpus luteum to corpus albicans. Okay, so inilah dia punya flow. Alright. Okay, so uterine tubes. Alright, so these are the histological features of uterine tubes. It's a multi-folding, okay, banyak foldings, okay, and convoluted, okay, branching and longitudinal folds, okay. Dia punya epithelium are ciliated and non-ciliated simple columnar, okay. So the non-ciliated are pack shaped and secretory in nature, so dia akan secrete some fluid, okay, some secretion. Okay, for the ciliated cells, they akan help this ovum to move toward the uterus part. Okay. Okay, so the core of the mucosal fold, alright, they ada connective tissue with fusiform shaped cells. Okay, and dia punya muscular coats adalah smooth muscle and abundant, which are inner circular and outer longitudinal. So these are the arrangement, inner circular and outer longitudinal. Okay, so these are the mucosal folds, alright, mucosal fold of uterine tubes, alright. These are the muscles layers, alright. So actually ovum dia tak terbang bila dia masuk dalam uterine tube, so dia tak terbang tau. Okay, dulu lah saya tak tahu, oh saya lah naif sangat. Saya rasa dia macam dia terbang kat dalam uterine tube tu. Actually dia tak terbang. Okay, dia bergolek-golek dekat uterine tube. Okay, dia bergolek-golek. So this cilia in the uterine tubes akan help to propel this. Tolak. Alright? Okay? Until nanti dia jumpa sperm dekat mana? Dalam uterine tubes kan? Betul tak? Okay, dia akan fertilization occur in the uterine tubes. Okay, then again dia akan tolak sampai the site of implantation. Okay? Dia tak terbang Okay, ovum tak terbang. Okay, so these are the packed cells. Okay, the packed cell, the non-ciliated cells, alright, non-ciliated cell, and these are the ciliated cell, alright. Okay, boleh? Okay, kita pergi uterus, alright. Alright, so uterus dia ada, okay, dia ada endometriums, okay, the mucosa. Actually, it's a mucosa of uterus known as endometrium, okay, which line by the simple columna. Okay, simple columna. In the lamina propria, the other simple tubular uterine gland extend through the full thickness of the mucosa. Okay, and this endometrium, there are the two layers. Okay, which are stratum basalis and also stratum functionalis. The stratum basalis, the deepest layers. Alright, so this stratum basalis will not be shed during menstruation. Okay, only stratum functionalis akan be removed during menstruations. Okay, and stratum functionalis, there are the dua layers. Alright, the first are stratum spongiosum, second are stratum compactum. Stratum spongiosum is a broad intermediate layers with spongy stromal appearance. For the stratum compactum is a thinner superficial layer with compact stromal appearance. Okay, so from inner to outermost, okay, kita ada stratum compactum, stratum spongiosum, baru stratum basalis. Okay, so stratum spongiosum and compactum is the functionalis which been shed during menstruation. Okay, there is the mucosa layers, endometrium. Then below it we have the myometrium. It's a massive coat of foot muscles. Okay, they arranged in the inner longitudinal, middle circular and outer longitudinal. And the perimetriums, okay, is lined by the serosa layer. Alright, so these are uterus punya histology. Alright, these are the endometrium. These are the myometrium, and these are the perimetrium. Okay, perimetrium is serosa. Okay, perimetrium is serosa. Okay, myometrium is a thick muscle layers. Okay, inner longitudinal, intermediate, inner longitudinal, middle, circular, outer longitudinal. Alright, these are the endometriums. There are the tiga layers. Stratum, compactum, stratum, spongiosum, stratum basalis. Okay, so stratum basalis here, these are stratum functionalis, which consists of the other two lah, compactum and spongiosum. Okay, so uterus is a very complicated organ. Okay, disebabkan kita ada the cycles. Okay, dia ada proliferative phase, secretory phase. Okay, so during proliferative phase, alright, the glands are straight. The glands are straight. Okay, and the endometrium is thin. Okay, the thin lah. Alright, and the arteries start to coil. Okay, and grow into the endometrium. Usually ni selepas menstrual, alright, it start to build up back. Okay, selalunya ada ni phase. Okay, proliferative phase. Then during secretory phase, okay, they start to prepare itself for implantation. Alright, it's preparing the uterus. Alright, so the glands become tortuous and dilated. Okay, okay, kalau you perasan, okay, sorry. Okay, the glands are straight, right? Just very simple glands macam tu. Okay, once it's become in a secretory phase, it start to tortuous and dilated. Alright, and the punya thickness become thicker, and the arteries are much more heavier in the secretory phase. Alright. Okay, so bila dia dah jadi menstrual phase, masuk menstrual phase, it start to shed. Okay, it start to shed. Alright, the endometrial surface will loss, okay, with epithelium and underlying tissue, which are the functional compactum and functional spongiosum. Alright, okay, boleh? Alright, so these are the uterus which are in the menstrual phase. Alright, cervix. Okay, cervix. Okay, so cervix. Alright, these are cervix. Okay, these are the alright. So cervix dia ada dua part. Alright, untuk mucosa dia ada endocervix and ectocervix. Okay, alright. So endocervix. Alright, these are simple tall columna. Alright, which is a mucus secreting cells. Alright. For ectocervix, dia punya epithelium are thick stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. Okay, why this happen? Alright, cervix, right? Cervix, okay. Dia ada yang dekat inner, dia continuous from the uterus, right? Okay, betul tak? Dia continuous from the uterus and dia keluar berjumpa dengan vagina. Betul? So sebab tu dia ada dua type of epithelium. Alright? Kawasan yang dengan the continuation from uterus, okay, it is simple columnar. Sebab uterus adalah simple columnar. Betul tak? Alright. Bila dia dah jadi ectocervix, ecto kat luar. Alright. Ectocervix dia berjumpa dengan vagina. Alright. Dia jadi stratified squamous epithelium non-keratinized. Sebab vagina adalah stratified squamous non-keratinized. Okay. So dekat dalam endocervix tak ada abrasion. Ada abrasion tak dalam endocervix? No. Ectocervix ada abrasion. Okay. Ada tear and wear. Alright. Sebab tu dia ada perbezaan. Okay. You just need to remember this lah. Endo dekat dalam, ecto dekat luar. Endo simple columnar, ecto stratified squamous non-keratinized. Okay. So antara endocervix and ectocervix ada point of meet. Okay. Which we call as squamo-columnar junction. Squamo-columnar junction. Alright. So this squamo-columnar junction is located at the external os. Alright. Which this junction have abrupt changes of epithelium. Okay. So dia mula-mula dia columnar, tiba-tiba dia jadi stratified. Okay, dia memang tiba-tiba, dia tak ada perubahan. Alright, tak ada perubahan, dia tiba-tiba. Okay. Alright, so kita tengok. Okay, this one. Alright. So these are the endocervix. Okay, these are the endocervix, which are the simple columnar, right? Okay, and this one are the stratified squamous epithelium, which this resemble the ectocervix. So these areas known as squamo-columnar junction. Okay, boleh? Alright. Okay, tahun lepas dah kena tanya. Alright, tahun lepas kena tanya macam-macam jawapan saya dapat. Okay, boleh endocervix dekat dalam simple columnar, ectocervix dekat luar simple squamous non-keratinized. Okay, antara dia between ecto and endo kita ada squamo-columnar junction. Okay, vagina. Alright, so just a very simple. Okay, these are the vagina histological features. What type of epithelium? Stratified squamous non-keratinized. Okay, non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, so the component cells appear vacuolated. Sebab apa dia appear vacuolated? Dia ada glycogen. Okay, dia punya cells tu ada glycogen. Okay. Okay, so dia punya lamina propria, it contain numerous elastic fibers. Okay, tak ada glands. Okay, and it rich with small vein. Okay, and dia punya muscle layers. Okay, dia ada inner circular and outer longitudinal. Okay, the adventitia consists of dense connective tissue with venous plexus and lymphatic vessel and also nerve fibers. Okay, so these are the stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium of vagina. You can see here, dia punya epithelium ada macam vacuoles, right? Okay, so it's full loaded with glycogen. Alright, glycogen. Okay, these are the lamina propria and the blood vessels. Okay.
Glycogen bukan fat.
Okay, nampak Nampak tak? Okay, these are the appearance of epithelium in vagina. Okay. Okay, dia ada glycogen inside there. Alright, so these are the last slide. Okay, so ada kamu soalan? Ada soalan? Okay, kita nak sambung dengan embryo, right? Ada kelas tak lepas ni? Kelas doktor siapa?
Ke atas.
Tak ada.
Ya.
Dia kasih kerja.
Ha?
Dia kasih kerja.
Ada kerja?
Ya.
Habis tu embroider nak buat bila?
Hari ni juga.
Aha. So kalau boleh saya selesaikan ni, so hari Jumaat you tak payahlah datang pukul 8 pagi.
Macam mana? Boleh,
Boleh?
boleh.
Boleh, doktor, boleh.
Saya nak datang 8 pagi.
Tak.
Nak.
Saya pun tak tahu.
Okay, so boleh rest 5 minit?
Boleh.
Kami kirimkan kepada Dr. Hafizah.
Ya. Sawiza, kelas ni buat reproductive lah. Satu lah.
Kata tak nampak.